Hello and welcome back. Thank you for being here. My name is Emma. I am a yoga teacher, meditation teacher, a energy healer, intuitive. I go under all of these descriptions. A spiritual teacher, um, and this is a video talking about Sat Kriya. So this is just going to be a very short little video about this particular Kriya. It's just one movement. If you practice Kundalini yoga, you are definitely most likely familiar with it. And I was practicing Sat Kriya today, and I just felt inspired to share a little bit on it because it's such a powerful practice. So if you haven't tried it before, you can do this after you watch the video. If you want to practice it, just make sure that you tune in with the Adi mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times, and then you're good to go. You can add the Mangala Charan mantra as well if you want to. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name, also 3 times. And always finish with Satnam 3 times as well. And that's just to bring the energy of the both bringing the energy. So when you tune into the chain of teachers that have brought Kundalini yoga to us today. You tune into the energy of Guru Ramdas, the Sikh Guru who brought Kundalini yoga practice to to the people, basically. So if you do any spiritual practice, it's basically the same thing as, to me, it's basically the same thing as tuning into like your spirit guides or tuning into a certain saint, something like this, right? But we do that to set the container for this practice and to do this practice in a holy, divine space. And that also enables us to tap into that divine energy within ourselves and without ourselves. So it's just what makes, it's part of what makes Kundalini yoga what it is, right? So without it, it's not the same. So Sat Kriya. So you sit on your knees. In Sat Kriya, you place your hands in this mudra. So interlace the fingers, point the finger up. If you're male identifying, you cross right over left. If you are female identifying, you cross left over right. If you are non-binary, just go ahead and do whatever feels comfortable for you, maybe. Maybe even do that. I haven't really thought about that part. If I'm sure you can do that as well. Do whatever feels good for you. You bring your arms up overhead with this mudra on top, sitting on your heels, and you use the mantra Satnam. On Sat, you pull your navel in, Sat, and then when you say Nam, you relax, Nam. So it's basically like this: Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. So you're pulling the navel in while you're holding this mudra. Eyes closed, focus on the third eye point. And this is actually one of the points that I wanted to make in this video, which is that what I have noticed in my own experience is that Sat Kriya is really powerful, and it works with the lower triangle, the 3 lower chakras, which are what we like to call sort of the animal realm of the body, right? It's the 3 chakras that are about basic security, root chakra, sexual energy, sacral chakra, and sort of uh, if you like, you can say like dominance, but like physical action in the solar plexus, right? So these three are the sort of like the animal realm, the physical realm, like the gross energies of the body, the world, and um, and of course we have the Kundalini energy at the base of our spine, right? So it's right all in this area here. And Sat Kriya really activates, it really builds energy in this space with the intention to bring it all the way up and up to the tips of your fingers. So, so one thing that is really important to remember is to keep a focus on your third eye, because it's very easy to bring your focus down and into this space here, down into the sacral chakra, where you do build quite a lot of energy. And in my own experience, I have seen this. I'm gonna sit back down again. I have noticed this in myself, losing the focus in the past and bring it into here. And today was very clear for me because obviously I've experienced this and I've practiced and I've learned to to notice that myself, right? So so now when I practice and very intentionally keeping the focus here on the third eye point and also at the top tip of the fingers, will really help you to continue bringing that energy upwards. And obviously this is one of the main parts of Kundalini yoga, and not just to bring it all up, which is of course the awakening the Kundalini energy and then bringing it all the way up the spine, up to the top of your head, but it's also about spreading energy to all the parts of your body. So just to briefly touch on this, we have millions of, well, thousands of chakras in the body, and we have thousands of energy channels running through. In yogic tradition, we call it nadis. In the Chinese medicine, they call it meridians. So so even if we don't bring the energy through the Sushumna, the main energy channel through the main chakras, we will still be spreading energy throughout the body through the other energy channels, which all connects at the navel point. So that's another interesting thing. So the navel point is a major topic in yogic science and philosophy. So so again, chakra. Sat Kriya works, really works on all the basics of what we want to ultimately accomplish in Kundalini yoga, which is to build that energy and then bring it upwards. So what else did I want to say about this? I think another thing that I just wanted to touch on is the energy of the lower chakras. So, or yeah, the triangle, because it can become very intense, right? And it's when you practice Sat Kriya, it starts to build, and what we can experience as well is a sort of a real build up. So it can get very quite intense, and if we feel like it's getting intense here, sometimes it doesn't want to move upwards. If we haven't practiced Kundalini yoga for a long time, this is part of the experience as well, to that it can just simply not move so far up, but rather um, sort of like just really zero in on this area, on the lower triangle. So and that's fully okay, and sometimes you can actually feel some sort of release um, while practicing as well, and that's completely fine. um, and you can simply just let it be a process, right? So um, but Sat Kriya is a perfect Kriya to begin practicing, especially if you have um, especially if you have low energy in the lower chakra. So if you have um, especially the sacral chakra, you know, creative energy, sexual energy, if you have any sort of blocks around sexuality, around creativity, it's a great practice, because like I said, it does really build that energy, but it also allows us to practice that transformation, which is a really interesting experience as well, because it's um, we like to sort of we like to focus on sexual energy. We like to, you know, like build that, right? And that can feel really nice, because I'm speaking as a woman, but um, when I started practicing Kundalini yoga, it really did awaken that creative sexual energy within me, and that came as an expression to, you know, feel really good in my body, and feeling like I want to express myself and I want to be seen by the world, you know, in a very empowered, um yeah, like self-empowered, grounded way. And I think that's a really beautiful thing, right? um so so that as well is one of the, you know, like one of the steps that we can build, specifically with this kriya as well. um Start building um that sexual energy, that creative energy, and also start clearing it, right? We all have our blocks in our various chakras in the body. And again, speaking as a woman, many women do have a lot of blocks in the sacral chakra. We do deal with a lot of difficulty around sexuality from a very young age as women. And I'm sure men have similar experiences as well. And of course, men can have those blocks as well. Um, so so in that way, Sat Kriya can be a very healing practice to do, to start clearing out those those that that old energy, together with those old beliefs that we tell ourselves about our bodies, our perspective on sex, on relationships, on interacting with the world in this way, and also our creativity, which is such a beautiful, powerful part of us that so many people are actually quite scared to express their creativity. I know for myself as a child, like feeling sort of blocked in what can I sort of just create from, um, in arts and things like this, right? People who feel scared, you know, dancing, all of this is sacral chakra stuff, right? um, and with Sat Kriya we can start to, first of all, clear out that shit. You know, there's so much shit everywhere, like it's true though, like we all have this just old stuff, like it's been sitting in our bodies. Like if we haven't been doing this, like these practices, like energetic healing practices or yoga or breath work or whatever, we all have stagnant old energy, beliefs, feelings stuck in our bodies, in our chakras, and mainly lower the lower triangle. This is where things get stuck. Also, I mean, they get stuck everywhere, but this is where we want to begin. Like, this is where we want to start working, to then move up into the higher chakras and ultimately create that flowing channel, right? And when we do, we, everything just starts flowing, and it's light and easy. And then when difficult situations come up, we're able to deal with them head on, because we don't have all this old stuff sitting in our bodies informing and triggering us into certain reactions and certain ways of being. That's a whole other topic. I could clearly speak about this for a long time. But Sat Kriya, beautiful, beautiful practice. Remember to be kind with yourself, to allow that process to happen, the release and the clearing, before things start really moving. If you are interested in energy work, like I said, I do energy work on people. I do work with people specifically with the chakras. Actually, it's one of the things that I do, to go in and clear old energy, very directly, and then also clearing out a bunch of old feelings and beliefs. So you can always jump on my website and book a virtual session with me. My website is iamemmarosen.com. You also have it on my channel. Maybe I'll even put it in the video somewhere. And yeah, and remember the focus on the third eye point and the fingertips. Do go in and read if you're gonna have a practice by yourself. Like I said, I'm gonna post a video very soon, just going through a short Sat Kriya practice, because you also do breathe in and apply the root block, and things like that, at the end of the practice. But you can find that by Googling Sat Kriya. You will find whatever you need. And thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I'll be back soon. Take care.